A Syrian or Russian warplane is believed to be behind this air attack close to a Turkish military convoy. It was making its way through the opposition-controlled province of Idlib. Turkey says it was heading to one of its observation posts. That's in the Hama town of Morek, and like the rebel-controlled town of Khan Sheikhoun a few kilometers away, it could soon come under siege as Syrian government forces and their allies advance. The Syrian Foreign Ministry is accusing Turkey of trying to stop the army's advance and providing support to what it calls terrorist groups. Turkey's local allies, the so-called Syrian National Army, were recently seen heading to the front lines to help fight the government's military push.
The National Army were sent in massive reinforcements to the front lines in Idlib. And the second, we have seen today morning that the Turkish army has sent massive convoy to Khan Sheikhoun in order to establish two bases there and to prevent the Assad regime from cutting the M5 highway.
That highway will allow the Syrian government to connect cities under its control and revive trade. But main population centers like Khan Sheikhoun lie along the road. The town used to shelter up to 100,000 Syrians before the military escalation started in April. Many of them had been displaced from nearby Hama province. It's now empty, as government troops and their allies are a few kilometers from reaching its center.
The Syrian regime did not enter Khan Sheikhoun, and fighting continues in the vicinity of the city. The Turks have sent reinforcement to prevent the Syrian regime from entering Khan Sheikhoun, and as usual, the Syrian regime targeted the Turkish convoy. Turkey is a key guarantor in this region as part of the de-escalation agreement, and we do not expect it to give up.
The airstrike may have been a message from Syria to Turkey, whose defense ministry has condemned it as a violation of existing agreements and cooperation with Russia. And Turkey's deployment of troops seems to have been its own message to Syria and its backer Russia not to advance any further. But many are asking, are both sides just posturing? Or will this sharp escalation in tension turn the proxy battle in Idlib into a different kind of war?